What town was founded by the noted English author Thomas Hughes? We're heading out to East Tennessee, up to the plateau, to visit this special town. There we'll get a chance to experience a place built in the 1880s that's very much still untouched. When you come up to this cozy little town that looks like Victorian England, you can't help but wonder how this town got its start. Barbara Stagg was just the person to tell us about the town of Rugby. She's the executive director of Historic Rugby.
What people can't comprehend when they drive into this little village and onto the town site is the overall beauty of the setting. They don't know that there are these gorgeous, hidden river gorges all around the community on three sides, and that there's trails built in the 1880s going down to all of these, what I call beauty spots.
In 1879, Hughes connected with a few wealthy Englishmen and a group of Boston businessmen. They owned 35,000 acres of land in East Tennessee. Hughes had an idea for a new American colony where young British would work side by side with young Americans and break down social class limitations. This vision was the start of the town of Rugby.
Thomas Hughes' goal for the colony was to start a place in America where these young men could work in ways that were not socially acceptable at home. At home, they would have been expected to be clergymen, lawyers, doctors, learned men of science, or serve in the Queen's Navy or Army. Those were all acceptable. But aside from that, they were expected to starve like gentlemen. And he hoped that here in America they could turn their talents and efforts, and they were very well schooled and very intelligent and so forth, but not necessarily used to working with their hands and learning good farming techniques and trades and so forth.
This village acquired its name from the famous English school for boys named Rugby. Founder and author Thomas Hughes had written of this school in his 1857 novel, Tom Brown's School Days. So in 1880, the new village became home to a mix of Americans and English colonists with somewhere around 100 residents. Hughes visited Rugby almost every year, but never actually lived in the town. Two of his family members, however, did live in Rugby, his mother and his brother. Over the years, the town struggled to survive.
Rugby's heyday was the mid-1880s. It was officially established October 5th of 1880, and after many trials and tribulations, by 1884 they had surmounted many things: typhoid epidemics, droughts, the worst winter in a quarter of a century, and it's pretty amazing that it survived. If the railroad had built the spur line that had been promised but never happened, then probably most of what's here today wouldn't even be here.
Then in 1966, a 16-year-old named Brian Stagg spearheaded an effort to restore the community. They formed the Rugby Restoration Association and focused on saving the church and the library. That began the process that now is Historic Rugby, making it a vital residential community. When you visit Rugby, you'll want to experience the library, which is historical in its own right. All of the books in the library predate 1892. Visitors come from all over the world to conduct research with the books on file. So that little-known Victorian-era village named Rugby is the place known for its connection to English author Thomas Hughes, and it's located in the Cumberland Plateau. Two tidbits. Even though Thomas Hughes never lived in Rugby, he did build a house for himself there. And Rugby is home to some famous ghost tales. For more information about Rugby, visit our website at TennesseeTreasures.net. You can get all the fascinating stories of Tennessee treasures in a magazine. With colorful pages and unique photos, you'll experience the treasures of the state in print. Packed with trivia and extra information, you'll discover the little-known facts about Tennessee's history, arts, entertainment, sports, general trivia, and geography. Order your subscription by visiting TennesseeTreasures.net. Just $18 plus shipping and handling.